Hey, I just got some pots out of the kiln, and these are really all tests. I've been looking at some French slipware that has just really some nice color on it, and really warm colors and just kind of fun subject matter. Some of it's abstract, some of it is not. But I've kind of gotten interested in it, and I just wanted to see if I could do it. And so this is like the first full-blown test, using some colored glazes, cobalt, copper, and then some of the imagery that I have used in the past. So this is a little wall hanging pot with a rabbit. I'm just going to show you some of these on the banding wheel here. This is another one. So I'm just really amazed that I actually pulled this off with getting these colors to work, these glazes to work together. So anyway, well, I'm not quite sure where this is going to go, but it is kind of fun just to have something new. This is just a little test cup with 3 birds on it. They're all the same. I've got some different blues. This is a lighter blue, and then I put a little cobalt around the rim here, which kind of bled down, which is kind of a nice thing that cobalt does. This is a little bit more of a structured kind of a cup with a banding at the top and bottom, some dots, and then the rabbit, the running rabbit. And I really like the red terracotta showing off at the bottom and the top and on the handle. I love that clay, so I really want to, you know, show that clay. That's my material, so I really love it. This is another, just a little test with some leaves and a little bit of a blue cobalt splatter on top of the final glaze that I think gives it some nice layering. A little bit of splattering inside, and again there's the bare clay, or the non-slipped top and bottom. Let's see, these tiles were experiments just to see maybe what I wanted to do with how much drawing I wanted to do in some ways. For instance, like you can see, I did more of the kind of the detail work on this rabbit than I did on this, and I wanted to see which I liked better, and I definitely like this this work here. And then these are 2 different colored glazes I was testing, this glaze against this glaze versus this glaze on the rabbit, to see which one I like the best. Sort of the same thing up here, but in reverse. And this tile had some really thin white slip on it, so that's why this area right here is kind of funky looking. And then I did the blue splatter over the whole tile here too, and some of these splatters were just too big and sort of landed in places that aren't so great, so that's something that I can sort of pay attention to. I'm not a painter, you know, so I don't really know what I'm doing here, so this is all just learning on the go. Here are some blackbirds. I wasn't sure what color I wanted these birds to be, so I went with black, even though I did go with some bluebirds here. So I think that's kind of good. I get a lot of blackbirds and crows here around the pottery shop, so it's kind of appropriate, although we do have some bluebirds and finches and other things too. But anyway, I think this looks good just as a complete unit. I mean, I did the drawing, the little dashes and details on the birds. I've got some color. I've got the blue splatter over the whole tile, which tended to work. None of them landed in really weird places. And then this one happened before the one above it. And so I was just wanting to see here, you know, whether I liked not having any detail sgraffito in the birds, and I did the detail sgraffito in this one, and I do think that adds to it, and I'm probably going to continue to do that. And then just working on, you know, what color I wanted the beaks and how much of this sort of watercolory black to use. So this is pretty cool. It's definitely different, and I think I've got a bunch of pots made here in the studio, and I think they're all going to get this decoration. It's just going to be like a new thing, just at least for a month maybe, and I'm going to see how I feel about it. And some of them are going to be for sale at the Arts Council in Shelby next month. So So it'll be a good little test to see if what people have to say about them at the opening and at the Arts Council. Oh, I forgot to show this cup. This was just another glaze test, different color rabbit. This is like a gray, sort of a gray color. And then this was supposed to be a deeper cobalt, but I didn't quite get it on there thick enough, so it's a little too close to the same color as the rabbit. But anyway, so that was a gray rabbit as opposed to a brown rabbit. Alright, so that's a little update on what's happening around here. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I've shot any videos, so maybe I'll get back into it. Alright, thanks so much. I'll keep you posted.